Welcome, wrestling fans, to Saturday night's main event. Tonight, Andre the Giant tries to get even with the Heenan family, Jess.
Yeah, well, that's not the one I'm looking forward to tonight. I want to see what happens when Trump Hogan goes down and loses the World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, fans, we are going to kick things off with a championship match. Not one, not two, but three tonight here on Saturday night's main event.
Well, I'll tell you right now, everybody's looking forward to title matches, and we're going to start it out with the Tag Team Championship.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 485 pounds, the Heart Foundation.
And here they come, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
The Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, and this crowd on its feet. Well, I'll tell you something right now, Jess. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. It is nobody, and I mean nobody's been able to do anything against them.
Yeah, well, tonight you're looking at Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, and those two guys are more than capable, in my opinion, of taking the titles away. However, that said, the Road Warriors are as big and bad as they come. They don't just look intimidating, they are intimidating, and they earn that.
No doubt about it. Tonight, this is our opening contest. We've got the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Mr. Perfect to defend the title against the Honky Tonk Man.
Well, you talk about two of the legendary greats when it comes to the Intercontinental title, and tonight they're going to have to try and settle that once and for all. Who's the number one Intercontinental Champion?
And of course, we mentioned earlier on tonight, Andre the Giant has picked the tag team partner to go up against the Heenan family.
Well, I believe Andre made a big mistake turning his back on Bobby the Brain Heenan. What's going on around here, Rick, man? You couldn't afford a ring announcer?
Well, don't look at me. I'm just the announcer.
Yeah, right.
There they are. Well, don't look at me. I'm just the announcer.
Yeah, right.
There they are, the Tag Team Championship. And that is what these men will be competing for here tonight. Can the Hart Foundation take those titles away? We'll find out. Collar and elbow early on, right in the middle of the ring.
Well, the size and strength advantage usually goes to the Road Warriors, and it will when Owen Hart's in the ring. However, the British Bulldog, he can go toe-to-toe with both of these dudes, in my opinion.
Well, no doubt about it, but at the same time, Owen Hart, very crafty member of the Hart family. Tremendous technician, he's very quick, and I believe that he can use that just to his advantage.
Well, he probably could, but we'll see if he does or not. Smart move, though, to tag in the British Bulldog. Get the power in there real early. See which one of these two teams is going to be able to do something about it.
We want to welcome everyone joining us live on the Nation Network here for Saturday night's main event.
Shout out to Citron YT. Thank you so much.
And of course, we have our main event tonight. As you said earlier on, I don't believe it's going to happen, but Hulk Hogan is climbing inside the steel cage to go up against one of yours.
That's right, my man, the man I picked to win the whole thing, and that is Mr. Wonderful. Ha ha ha.
Drop kick right there by Owen Hart, and down goes the Road Warrior. And now Owen Hart going from behind, sleeper hold. This could be all she wrote right here. It could be over.
Well, it could be right here. It's a big problem, and the Road Warrior has the answer. Animal with that sit-out jawbreaker. One of the few ways I know to really break out of a sleeper hold.
And now here comes the double team by the Legion of Doom, and nobody does it quite like they do. Double shoulder tackle out of the corner, and Owen Hart goes down. Here's the cover. He says one.
Well, a one count's not enough to win the match, much less retain the tag team titles, but Owen Hart now has felt some of the brute force that is awaiting him tonight.
Well, I believe he understood exactly what he was signing up for when he put his name on the contract, but you've got to do what you've got to do if you want to win. Winds up the arm, and now nice roll through, and a drop toe hold. Well done. Owen Hart showing some of that excellence of execution we normally see from his brother.
Well, the bottom line is, if you come from the Hart family, then you can pretty much wrestle. It's a given. They're wrestling at birth. Surprised there weren't any twins. They could have had a battle royal inside of their mom.
Pile driver. Cannot believe you just said that. And now Owen Hart going for the cover. Here's two. And the Road Warrior just barely able to kick out.
Yeah, Hawk right now is looking a little bit surprised, perhaps a little bit dazed. He just got dropped heavy. But you look at the upper body strength on the two Road Warriors. Hawk and Animal, man, their shoulders, their traps, they are so well developed, and that's why he's able to take a move like that and then get back up and fight.
No doubt about it, the average person would have been down for the count on that one. And now we get an opportunity to see double team here by the challengers as the British Bulldog comes off the top rope and down across the shoulder. And Hawk comes up with a Russian leg sweep, turning that momentum right back around in favor of the champions. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, and they collide, nobody going anywhere.
Two big, powerful men just going head-to-head. Neither one going down, though. That's the important part.
Going for the suplex now, the British Bulldog. He has a way of doing it. He let him hang up there for a little while.
Well, yeah, and that's a smart move as well. I mean, number one, you're showing everyone the power and strength. Not that we didn't know he had it. But you're also letting the blood rush to your opponent's head, and it's going to make it much harder for him to concentrate.
There's a 2 count. But wait a minute, he got the pin. Just like that, we've got new tag team championships.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but now who am I kidding? I love that stuff. I'm not surprised in the least. The Hart Foundation, they had a game plan. They came in and they executed it to perfection.
Here are your winners and the new WWE
Oh, this crowd on its feet.
Team Champions.
New tag team champions. Hart Foundation, the British Bulldog, and Owen Hart. Can you believe it?
What's it going to be like tonight for our main event? That's what I want to know, McMahon.
All right, fans, when we come back, the Intercontinental Champion will be putting that title on the line. Stay with us for more Saturday night's main event.
I am a man at war, and I am fighting for all of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is going mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is going mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Well, here we go.
Well, the Honky Tonk Man, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. However, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig is considered to be one of the greatest tacticians of all time to hold the Intercontinental title. Tonight, one of these two guys is going to hold the ultimate bragging rights.
Indeed, part of Saturday night's main event. The two biggest names and arguably to hold the Intercontinental title going head to head. You know, when you talk about the greatest all time holding the Intercontinental title, a lot of other names come to mind as well that you could easily be mentioning.
Yeah, we could be talking about somebody like Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Well, I was thinking maybe a little bit more Tito Santana.
Chico Santana, are you kidding me?
And here comes the champion, Mr. Perfect.
Well, Mr. Perfect is the champion, and there's no two ways about that. And you know what? That makes him, McMahon, that makes him the perfect champion. How about that?
Well, I know if you ask him, he'll tell you he is the perfect champion. I'm surprised that Bobby the Brain Heenan is not out here by his side for this match.
Well, you know, the Brain's got that big match coming up against Andre the Giant. He's going to make sure his men are ready for that one. And I believe he knows Perfect's got this one under control.
I don't know that I can have that much confidence right now. You're going up against the man who held the Intercontinental title longer than anyone else. That's saying quite a lot.
Well, all I can tell you is right now, at least we're not in Rio de Janeiro.
Introducing the challenger from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 243 pounds, Hulk Tonga Man. And introducing the champion from New York, weighing in at 257 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Kurt Heenan.
Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. The level of confidence that a man like him has to have coming in. But you know, Jesse, when you're perfect, when you never fail, the minute you're going to meet adversity, you would think that might be a little something new.
Yeah, no doubt something new, but at the same point in time, it's nothing he's ever dealt with. Why would he start now? He does things one way and one way only, perfectly.
Right off the bat, the Honky Tonk Man out to the floor. Now Perfect goes after him, but he doesn't get there in time. Look at this.
Back and forth. Look at these two idiots. Do-si-do, round you go. All we need is Hillbilly Jim in here to complete the whole thing. No wonder this thing was turned away.
And now they do get into the ring, and suplex nicely done right there. Now we know Perfect has a suplex that he's probably going to save, but he will pull that Perfect plex out, and if that happens, I believe the Honky Tonk Man will still be the former Intercontinental Champion.
Well, it's hard to say right now, but let's not forget the Honky Tonk Man's got shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, indeed, and if he hits that, that may very well take the title away from Perfect here tonight. Both of these men know what it's going to take to get it done. The question, in my opinion, is who's going to make that mistake. And now the champion down in the corner. And that challenger leaning into him, putting that knee right under the throat.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a good move right there because the esophagus can only handle so much pressure. It's very easy to cut off the wind supply.
Big Bulldog now by the champion, and Mr. Perfect bringing the Honky Tonk Man back up to his feet. Going for the suplex once again. And I dare say, picture perfect.
Textbook suplex right there, but what else would you expect from Mr. Perfect?
Honky Tonk Man up against the ropes, and now Perfect right underneath. He just snapped at his throat across the bottom rope. He goes for the cover, and he only gets one.
Well, right now we're taking a look at a new Honky Tonk, one who's on the defense. He has done absolutely nothing to hurt Mr. Perfect in this one, and if he doesn't find a way to turn this around quickly, it's going to be over.
Nice drop kick right there by Mr. Perfect.
No. It was a perfect drop kick. Get it right, McMahon.
I beg your pardon.
Sending a shout out to Dookie Wilkos and Tom Watts, joining us live here for Saturday night's main event.
Indeed, Saturday night's main event here on the Nation Network. New tag team champions crowned earlier tonight, and now the battle for the Intercontinental title. Perfect has him up again, and another suplex on the Honky Tonk Man.
Well, Honky right now, he's got to figure something out because Perfect is really dominating this match. And if you give him a big lead like that, it's going to be very hard to get back in the fight.
Oh, running neck breaker. Really nicely done right there now. Stealing a page from the champion.
Yeah, I don't know that Perfect's going to be real happy about that. That's one of his trademark moves.
And he responds right there with that nice uppercut. And another perfect drop kick. Going for the cover. He hooks a leg. This could be it. One. He's got two. He almost had him.
Well, very close indeed. And now look at this. Perfect sizing him up, and I think he might be going for it.
Here it is. He's going to go for the perfect plex. Shoulders are down. Referee's there. One. He's got two. He got him.
And just like that, Mr. Perfect walks away with the bragging rights. Let's take a look back at some of the moments from this one, McMahon. I knew from the get-go there's a reason Bobby Heenan didn't come down to ringside, and that reason is he knew Perfect had everything under control.
Well, I have to admit, he wrestled a near-perfect match.
Near perfect?
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion,
Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, still the Intercontinental Champion. What a tremendous showing here. Fans will be back with more Saturday night's main event in just a moment. Stay with us.
Doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless, because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and crush on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not.
All right, fans, we are back, and take a look at this.
Well, that's a giant of a man right there, Big John Studd, representing the Heenan family, where tonight Andre the Giant thinks he's going to get even, but I don't believe it's going to happen.
Well, I would dare argue that the reality is this, that the person who really needs to get even the most is not Big John Studd so much, Andre the Giant, as much as it is Big John Studd.
Well, history is definitely on the side of Andre the Giant. There's no arguing that. But history can be rewritten, and tonight I believe that's what's going to happen.
And here comes his tag team partner, also representing the Heenan family.
Well, now we're taking a look at the Brooklyn Brawler, and I'll tell you right now, the Brawler, he's the real deal in his own right. He's been overlooked for such a long time, but now Bobby Heenan taking him under his wing and has made him something else.
I'm not going to argue with you. The Brooklyn Brawler, he didn't get that name by accident. It was one he has earned.
Oh, here we go.
The Big Boss Man hits the ring.
And you see everybody clear out, but I'll tell you what, you come chasing me with that baton, I'm not going to go head-to-head with you either.
Well, the Big Boss Man's not necessarily going to use that.
Well, tonight he joins forces with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, making his appearance. And right now, this is where you're going to see people take notice.
Indeed, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. The man who slammed Big John Studd at WrestleMania.
I'm not so sure. It looked more like a hip toss to me.
It was not a hip toss.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion. At the end of the day, did he get the money?
Well, he won the money, but that weasel stole it from him.
You better be careful who you're calling a weasel, Jack. I'll tell Bobby Heenan what you're saying about him and have him come over here and tighten your tie for you.
Over the top rope, and that's just the way Andre the Giant makes his entrance.
Get a look at Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's keeping a safe distance right now.
So much history right here. Now the question is, what's going to happen when these two big men end up in the ring together? Oh, look at this! The Big Boss Man slams John Studd right out the gate.
That was not a slam. He didn't lift him overhead.
He got him off his feet.
Yeah, well, he might have got him off his feet, but he didn't slam him.
Well, looked like a slam to me.
No, a body slam is where you lift someone up over you and slam them down. He didn't do that. Nobody slams Big John Studd.
And now Studd fighting back. Big clothesline, and down goes the Boss Man. And you know Andre the Giant, look at this collar and elbow between these two monsters. Oh, the wind up, and he connects, and Studd goes down hard.
I like the way the referee just stood by there and watches him as he uses the clenched fist, which is an illegal move last time I checked.
Yeah, well, you'd know, Jesse, wouldn't you? You've used many of those. Andre coming off the middle rope. And now Andre the Giant and Big John Studd locking up.
Oh, big chop to the chest, and Giant Studd goes down.
That's Big John Studd.
Nah, he's the Giant. Don't you correct me. I'll tighten your tie.
Andre now pulling him out to the middle of the ring. Look at this!
Two semi-tractor trailers collide in the ring and nobody went anywhere.
Andre says, I don't think so. Nice butterfly suplex by the Giant. Thought he was going to take a run. Oh, wait a minute. Andre turns his back for a moment. That's a mistake. And there goes the referee.
Well, that was a stupid move by Andre the Giant. You know what? Sure, Andre's a big dude. He's powerful, he's strong, but he's got a little tiny brain. He doesn't think well.
Yeah, I might tell Andre what you're saying about him.
Go right ahead. I'm not afraid of him.
A knee lift sends Andre all the way out to the floor. And now the Brawler following him out there, and I've got to tell you, I'm a little surprised that the Brooklyn Brawlers have the success with Andre the Giant that he's had.
Well, I'm not. Number one, he's a tough guy, and I told you that at the beginning. But number two, the Brooklyn Brawler, he got Andre a little bit softened up after Stud had already done some damage.
Well, speaking of damage right now outside the ring, Andre starting to manhandle the Brawler a little bit. Both men beat the count back in. And again, the Brooklyn Brawler fighting back. Oh, jawbreaker, and Andre goes down.
And he reaches up out of desperation and makes the tag to the Boss Man.
Bobby the Brain Heenan at ringside, and he's liking what he's seeing right now. And a clothesline, no effect on the Boss Man at all. Did you see the look on the face of the Brawler?
Yeah, he was shocked. He hit him with everything he had, and it didn't move him.
And now the Boss Man taking the Brawler from post to post. And he's down, goes for the cover, does not hook the leg.
And you're not going to pin him like that. You've got to cover by hooking the leg, otherwise you will not get him.
Has him up for the suplex. Down he goes. Now the tag made once again. Here comes the eighth wonder of the world as Andre the Giant looking down at the Brooklyn Brawler. Tremendous action here as part of Saturday night's main event. And now the tag made, and now once again the Brawler back in the ring with Andre. Andre's got him up, backbreaker, and that's gonna be it.
Well, that very well could lead to the finish of the match. Andre has put a lot of guys down with that devastating backbreaker, and now into the turnbuckle head first. Here's the tag to the Boss Man.
Right into the boot, and look at this. Lombardi is in trouble. The Boss Man brings him over to the corner, and now choking him out.
Yeah, another one right here. First the clinch fist, now he's choking him out, and the referee's doing nothing. And I know you're okay with it because these are your favorites, aren't they?
Well, I'm not the official. It's the referee's job to call the action as he sees. And now the Boss Man with a headbutt. And the Brawler going down, and he is as far away from Big John Studd as he could be.
Right now, I think he wants to get as far away from the Big Boss Man as he could be.
Tremendous boot to the head, and now Big John Studd gets there in time to make the save, and Andre's got Studd. Andre has him up overhead, and he slams him. Andre the Giant has slammed Big John Studd. What do you got to say about that, Jesse?
Well, he got lucky. Studd was tripping. He caught him. It was just a momentum. Centrifugal force is what that was. Andre the Giant's a lucky, lucky man right now. But guess what? There's no $20,000 on the line, though, is there?
I don't think he cares about the money at all. He proved that already. And now the Brawler with the abdominal stretch locked in. Referee is asking the Boss Man if he wants to give it up.
We've seen a lot of people give up to that hold over the years, but not tonight.
And now he's got him up in the backbreaker. Just something you're familiar with.
Hey, he's stealing my moves now. They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but I'm not flattered. Find your own moves and leave mine alone. Maybe I'll come back out of retirement and teach him the right way.
Oh, there it is. Hard times on the Brawler. Referee one. He's got two. And that's it. It's over. The team of Andre the Giant and the Big Boss Man victorious right here tonight on Saturday night's main event.
Well, we take a look back at the replay here, and I guess it turned out the way Andre wanted it to. I know it turned out the way you wanted it to.
Here are your winners, the Big Boss Man, and the 8th Wonder of the World, Andre the Giant.
The look on the face of Andre the Giant as he has beaten the Heenan family.
Well, technically, he didn't beat the Heenan family. Technically, the Big Boss Man did.
All right, fans, when we come back, it's the Hot Rod in action against, oh yeah, the Macho Man.
I am a man at war, and I am fighting for all of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So everybody
All right, fans, we are back with more Saturday Night's Main Event.
Well, we take a look at the rowdy one, Roddy Piper. I love this guy because he doesn't take nothing from nobody.
Well, Hot Rod, whether you like him or not, he's got the ability to definitely get under your skin. But you can't take away from his in-ring talent.
No, you can't. He's a proven commodity right here because he can talk the talk, but he can walk the walk. And the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, you know what? You've got to be tough if you're going to wear a kilt out in public nowadays.
The rowdy one, Roddy Piper. But when you talk about people who can be rowdy, the man he's going up against, well, he's no stranger to that either.
No, former tag team partner of mine, as a matter of fact, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah. As the Macho Man making his way down the aisle, the former World Heavyweight Champion.
The Macho Man, he has made a career out of electrifying audiences. He does things now that nobody ever done before. He has changed the face of professional wrestling.
No doubt about it, he has indeed left an indelible mark in the world of professional wrestling. Years from now, fans will still be watching the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, that's why he was my tag team partner. I don't pick no slouches for partners.
Well, I'd have to agree with that. You've had some great tag team partners over the years, Adrian Adonis.
That's right. Like I said, I don't pick no slouches.
All right, there's the bell and action underway as Piper starts things off with an inverted atomic knee drop.
Well, Roddy Piper, you know what? He was rowdy before rowdy was cool, and that's what he'll tell you. And he hasn't changed a bit. He'll still thumb you in the eye. He'll still go down low. He'll pull out a set of brass knuckles. He'll do whatever he's got to do to win.
And now, so will the Macho Man, and he's not always been a choir boy, let's be honest.
No, this ought to be a really good match. It won't be a technical wrestling classic. These two guys are going to bend and break the rules. That's just the way it is. And as long as you can get it done without the referee knowing about it, then I guess it's legal.
Piper stuns him for a moment there. Now Irish whip shoots him into the ropes. Back out front, a hip toss, and the Macho Man down.
The Macho Man going out to the apron early on in this one.
Oh, and he caught Piper with a big right hand, stunned the Rowdy one. And burst into the mat.
Well, that was a really nice gut-wrench suplex on by the Macho Man on Roddy Piper.
These two going at a very quick pace. You gotta believe this match can't go long at this rate.
Well, they're going to definitely find themselves on the low end on the gas tank at this pace. If they don't find a way to get into a headlock or some sort. Oh, wait, here it is right there. A bear hug by Roddy Piper, but a nice back elbow gets him out of trouble.
Each of these men countering the other. And there's that elbow to the back of the head. And there's Piper going to the eyes.
I told you he was going to. Don't act so surprised.
And now the Macho Man turns it around, and he has Roddy Piper sitting on top of the top turnbuckle.
The Macho Man going up there with him. What's he going to do from here? Could be a big superplex.
All the way to the middle of the ring. Look at the impact.
The whole ring just jumped a few inches into the air. Unbelievable.
And the Macho Man going for the cover, only getting a one. And now the hot rod back up, and he's trying to turn the momentum back in his favor. Short left hand right to the jaw.
You know why Roddy Piper fights like this? Because when he was growing up, he wasn't so big, and he got picked on quite a bit. And then when he moves into the world of professional wrestling, his first night he goes up against Larry the Axe Hennig. Lost in record-breaking time, less than a minute. And he learned that if he's going to compete with some of these bigger guys, he's going to get in there and he's going to have to find a way to get dirty.
Well, I wouldn't say the Macho Man is a bigger guy.
Yeah, but it works. Why would you get away from it? I tell you all the time, McMahon, I'll tell you again. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
I dare say that Roddy Piper definitely subscribes to that ideology.
As well he should.
Oh, now the sleeper hold. The Macho Man Randy Savage manages to get out of it. That was one of Piper's big ones. And now an inverted atomic knee drop, returning the favor from earlier tonight. And the Macho Man feeling it now. Piper up against the ropes, big right hand, and everything coming back around. Once again, another inverted atomic knee drop sends Roddy Piper into the turnbuckle. And now the Macho Man, what's he going to do here? What a move by the Macho Man!
He goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and this could be over.
He got two only. And now over the top rope, all the way to the floor. And the Macho Man takes that action. What's he going to do here? What is he going to do?
Well, he's only on the second rope. I mean, if he goes up to the top, this could get really interesting.
Piper still on Queer Street outside the ring right now. And now Macho Man not going to let him get a second win. Piper going coast to coast now, almost ran into that steel guardrail.
He would have run into it too if he hadn't run out of gas.
Gut wrench suplex here on the floor. These guys have to pay attention to the referee's count or they will both be counted out here.
I'm not sure they even care. These two guys are really doing a number on one another.
Referee's count is at 8, and the Macho Man with a big knee drop. Savage couldn't get back in time, and it's a draw. All right, fans, we'll be back with more right after this. When we return, Hulk Hogan defends the World Championship against Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. All right, fans, we are back, and look at this. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff coming to the ring to the music of Hulk Hogan.
Well, who says it's Hulk Hogan's music? Anybody can use it. Are you going to tell me that Mr. Wonderful is not a real American?
Well, you and I both know that that is Hulk Hogan's music.
Tried to get in the head of the champion. Nothing wrong with that.
Where I come from, McMahon, that's called strategy.
%80 of a match like this is going to be mental. 20% might be physical. And I believe right now he's taking up residency inside the mind of Hulk Hogan.
And now here comes the real American, Hulk Hogan.
Well, the chump Hogan, as far as I'm concerned, making his way down. He's spending way too much time right now playing with the fans here at ringside. He better focus on the big game. He better focus on the World Championship, because right now that title's vacant, but it's going to be occupied by somebody in just a few moments.
Well, that's why they're inside the steel cage, Jess. There's going to be a winner tonight. No two ways about it. Oh, there he is. These two men, former friends, now they are bitter enemies.
Well, how can you be friends with a guy like this? He's an egomaniac. Look at him.
Well, that's rich coming from you.
Hey, do I have an ego? Of course, but not to the extent nobody's got one like this guy. Look at him.
All right, fans, this is the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. inside the steel cage.
Well, the cage coming down now. You take a look at Hogan looking around. He doesn't look too happy about this.
They lock up in the middle of the ring, and now Hogan has Mr. Wonderful up in the air. And there's a suplex.
Look at this. Again, the egomaniac needs the cheering crowd behind him. Mr. Wonderful doesn't need that. Mr. Wonderful's just going to take care of business, and that's it.
Oh, threw him right into the steel cage. Head first into the cage. And now look at this. Mr. Wonderful presses Hogan overhead.
A gorilla press slam, military slam right there on Hogan. And I can tell you this much right now, the Trump not used to that kind of thing happening to him. But he better get used to it, because I can tell you right now, Mr. Wonderful is just getting started.
And now Hogan sends him to the rope back out front. They collide. And again, overhead press and slam, and Hogan down again. The champion.
He's not the champion.
Well, he won't be if he doesn't get over there in the nick of time, and he does indeed get there in time to stop Mr. Wonderful. And now Hogan wants Paul Orndorff to get back up to his feet. You know, it seemed a little bit cowardly to me that Mr. Wonderful would try to leave so quickly. You would think he'd want to prove a little bit more.
He's got nothing to prove. Are you kidding me? What you got to prove? Just get outside the ring. You prove you're the champion.
And now Hogan turning the tide and returning the favor. A couple of heavy right hands and another one. And Orndorff collapsing into the corner. Hogan with a suplex on perfect. Now, you don't see Hulk Hogan trying to run and escape the cage. He's out here delivering more punishment.
Well, if he loses the match, then you can talk to me about how smart it was that he stayed in the ring longer. Look at this, Mr. Wonderful on top and just hammering down on Chump Hogan.
And now Mr. Wonderful scaling the steel cage, trying to find his way to the top if he can. As Hulk Hogan pulls him back down. Back and forth, both of these men go.
Nice drop kick right there by the one and only Mr. Wonderful. And now Orndorff starting to scale the cage. We may be looking at a brand new World Heavyweight Champion if he can get over this.
He's moving up quickly, and Hogan is down. Hulk Hogan's got to find a way to get back up to his feet. Orndorff is on the top of the cage. Orndorff trying to make his way over. He's got one leg. Hogan trying desperately to get up there, and he can't. Hogan calling him back in the ring. It's not going to happen.
And we're looking at it right here, history in the making. There is your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
They say seeing is believing, but I don't believe what I just saw.
Well, I sure do, and I love it.
Here is your winner, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, the new World Heavyweight Champion. Can you believe it? Thank you for joining us, wrestling fans. That's it for Saturday night's main event.